Je que ça va, give me one moment, I'll be right with you.
You got it. Hey guys, welcome to another episode of America's Rock Chef. I really appreciate you guys tuning in and watching the video. Today we're gonna be making some pumpkin spice loaf. You know that bread you could get from Starbucks, pumpkin spice loaf. I think that's the name of it. Got a pretty good recipe. I made this before. I know it comes out great, guys. So for this recipe, you're gonna need 3 eggs. I'm not using eggs for this one. I'm using just egg. You're gonna need 1.5 cups of pumpkin puree. You're gonna need 2/3 cups of oil. For this one, we're gonna use coconut oil. You're also gonna need 1 cup of sugar, and you're gonna need a 1/2 cup of brown sugar. And you want to pack that 1/2 cup of brown sugar. So a packed 1/2 cup of brown sugar. Next, you're going to need 2 teaspoons of vanilla, 2 teaspoons pumpkin pie spice, 2 teaspoons cinnamon, 1 teaspoon baking soda, 3/4 teaspoon baking powder, 3/4 teaspoon salt, and 1.5 cups of flour. Yeah, so I'm doing a little voiceover style today. So I got the bowl here. We putting in our 3 eggs. If you're using eggs, or you're gonna use about 4 ounces of the just egg. The recipe says if you're using eggs, you want to pull out your mixer and mix them up. Mix the eggs real good. Whip them up. But the consistency of the just egg is thin, so I don't need to mix it. It's already mixed. So, getting all that out. Next, we're gonna get our pumpkin puree in there. We're gonna be putting in 1.5 cups. And after I put in the 1.5 cups of pumpkin puree, I am going to mix it. So, once again, just getting all that out. Then we're gonna pull out the mixer. Guys, try to buy you a cheap mixer. It's just gonna make everything easier. It's gonna make your food come out a little better. You know, this is why the restaurant stuff tastes great, because you know they're mixing and blending with high powered equipment, stuff like that. So you want to mix your eggs and your pumpkin together. And yeah, there we go. Good mix. Whip it up real good. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, guys. Really appreciate it. We on the road to 50 subs. Let's go. All right, next, after mixing, we're going to add 2/3 cups of coconut oil. So again, get your 2/3 cups of coconut oil in there. Then we're going to get our sugar together. We're going to add 1 cup of sugar next. Just getting all that coconut oil in there. So here we are. We added our 1 cup of sugar. And now we're adding our 1/2 cup of brown sugar. Next, we're going to add our vanilla. We're going to add 2 teaspoons of vanilla to this mixture. Pouring it right now. And then we are going to mix that. Again, we using a powered mixer, But, if you don't have one, use your hand, That's the original mixer. So there we go. So after we mix this up, we're going to start to add our spices. So I'm just getting a good mix in this, breaking down the sugar, incorporating everything. And like I said, I made this before. It comes out great every time. So, just getting a good mix. Good mix. All right, really whipping that up, guys. Mixing everything up, breaking down that sugar. All right. Next, we're gonna add 2 teaspoons of pumpkin pie spice, 2 teaspoons of cinnamon, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 3/4 teaspoon baking powder, and 3/4 teaspoon salt. So I'm just, putting in the spices now. That's my cinnamon. Putting that in, 2 teaspoons, like I said before. There we go. There we go. So that's the pumpkin pie spice and the cinnamon, 2 teaspoons each. We got a teaspoon of baking soda going in, 3/4 teaspoon baking powder, 3/4 teaspoon salt. All right, so after we add the salt, we're gonna hit it with the mixer again. And then we're gonna blend up all those goodies. I think that was the salt there. Last thing. Oh no, we had more stuff. There we go. All right, so we had everything in there now. So now we're gonna hit it with the mixer. 1 bowl recipe, guys. This is a good recipe. 1 bowl. 1 bowl. So next we're gonna add our 1.5 cups of flour. And the flour, so you'll see, so I put the flour on top, but I used the mixer without it being on, and I stirred it a little bit, because if I had turned it on, all the flour would be, all over the kitchen. So just be mindful of that. So, and the recipe says you just want to mix the flour until it disappears. So you don't need a big mix like we did before. Yeah. I should have used a spatula to just mix it up a little bit, but you'll see. Yeah, so I got the mixer and I realized, so I just use this to stir it a little bit, and then I'll turn it on. And with this one, we're just gonna barely mix it until the flour is gone. At least most of it. I think I left some around the rim of the bowl, but it's fine. It came out great, guys. This recipe comes out perfect. So then I'm gonna put this mixture in a little loaf pan that I have here. It's silicone. I don't grease my silicone pans, none of that. I just have a tray under it so it's not so flimsy. So I believe this is like a 9x5 pan. So we're gonna get all that mixture in there. All that, there we go. And then just smooth it out, guys. Smooth it out. It'll be okay. Just smooth it out. That's all we want to do. Smooth it out. Yep. So we want to get it nice and smoothed out. This is probably the easiest part right here, smoothing it out. So there we go, man. There we go. Again, like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you a lot for watching. I know it's a lot of cooking shows on YouTube, but you at America's Rock Chef, so let's go. So just wiping it off a little bit around the edges, the pan. Yep. And then we're gonna put this in the oven, and I let mine bake for a full hour. Let it bake for a full hour at 350. This one takes a good while to cook, Let it go for 350 degrees for about 60 minutes. Then you're gonna take it out. Well, this is it here, all sliced up. This is how it came out. It came out great, guys. This thing tastes so good. So yeah, let it bake for 60 minutes and then let it cool. Let it cool for about another 30 minutes before you start to eat it. So guys, with this recipe, you don't have to get one of these. I mean, this is cool, but you could save $3.95 if you follow this recipe. This America's Rock Chef. Let's go.